All right, we have a nice fall day, actually an awesome fall day, and beautiful weather. Short but hard run today, 3 miles total, but 1.5 miles of that is straight up 1,500 feet climbing in 1.5 miles, averaging about 18% grade, or just over 1,000 feet per mile gain. And we're going to talk about how a workout like this can help you. Down there's Jackson Hole. The key to this run is to keep the warm-up as easy as possible and to keep the effort as easy as possible for as long as possible. This 1.5 miles is going to take about 30 minutes. And unlike other times when we want to take advantage of faster terrain, when it mellows out a little bit, I'm getting recovery because of the grade up here is going to go between 20 and 30%. All right, another little break here, mellows out and even goes downhill a little bit, and then it's really going to kick up. Also has a false summit, so you kind of crest when it was really steep and it looks like you're at the top and you're not. Here we go. Here comes the 30%. Whoo! Ouch. All summit, and then the last push to the summit. And the top. Oh, man. To the Tetons, no smoke today, but man, we've had worse smoke days, but I felt it the most today in the throat. Anyway, so I had actually 1.3 miles gain right at 1,500 feet, 26 plus minutes. Felt okay. Did some visualization beforehand, so I visualized how I wanted to go, where the sticking points, where the cruxes were going to be, where I'd have to stay patient. And that kind of dovetails into my purpose, 3 purposes of my workout today that we'll talk about how you can maybe get the same purpose in a different way if you don't have hills like this. Numero uno, cadence. I always like to come back to this climb every so often to test my cadence. And I also need to say, kind of rewind a little bit, is that something this steep, obviously in a race you're hiking it. Most of the times in training on a long run, you're going to walk this and hike this and power hike it, work on your power hiking. So this is very, very steep. Like I mentioned, you know, that last mile is above 20% grade. So very, very steep, and why I'm using it. But we have to realize that I am running it only for a very specific purposes. Most of the times this would be a hike. All right, fast forward again. So number 1, cadence. I like to come back to this climb and test my cadence because it is so steep, because the grade is so great. is that it's forcing me to have high cadence, or I'll stall out, or I'll start to get impatient. So my cue is, if I start to get impatient, my cadence is dropping. So when that frustration comes, when that patience is kind of at its limit, I focus on my cadence. Okay, the grade is training me to have as high a cadence as possible, so again, I don't stall out. Secondly, with that is that, there's two ways to get speed. One through our cadence and one through our distance per stride. And so something this steep, our distance per stride is generally fixed, because we can only run so fast. And therefore our distance per stride is going to be very, very minimal. Therefore, I need to rely on my cadence. So a lot of times when we get impatient and we rely too much on our distance per stride for speed, we tend to reach. We tend to heel strike. We reach out in front of us. And I've talked a lot about how detrimental that can be. So not only am I training cadence here, but I'm training to have foot strike underneath me and to provide that force to help me get my cadence. Okay, so again, the hill is forcing me to have high cadence, or I would stall out, get impatient. How can you do this if you don't have a hill like this? Go out and run 1 to 2 minutes per mile slower than your normal easy endurance pace and work on your cadence. The same thing will happen. If you're a little inefficient, you're going to be a little bit impatient and want to reach or speed up. If you speed up, force yourself to slow down and try to still have high cadence, get better through time. Okay? So number 2 purpose of today is my leg extension. Similar to the cadence, the grade is forcing me to have really, really good leg extension to provide force into the ground to go uphill and to be able to have my cadence. So they work together. So leg extension is key for everything with performance with running and for longevity and health with running. Common mistake I see, even those who feel like they have good form, they keep their legs too bent. So again, notice if you are keeping your legs too bent and focused maybe only on having good foot strike. Again, a common mistake I see people making is that they only focus on foot strike and they eliminate the focus on getting leg extension to propel themselves forward. And now I'm in an extreme environment with this grade, and it's forcing me to get good leg extension that will improve my force, which will improve my speed and my strength and my longevity and health. So again, what can you do? Get on a flight of stairs. Climb up the flight of stairs, focusing on getting good leg extension. The stairs will help with that. Okay, run up them fast, run up them easy, and just notice how naturally the stairs will force you to have good leg extension. And number 3 purpose for today is the most obvious one. Obviously, a workout like this is just going to provide tremendous amounts of strength. I don't want to do it all the time because it also is slow. Okay? Too much, there's also, you can get too much vertical and make your legs slow, and I talked a lot about that as well. But a workout like this provides tremendous strength that we all can have. And again, if you don't have a hill like this, maybe once every 10 days or so, or during the winter, jump on a treadmill, crank it up as high as it go, and mimic this style of a run that I'm doing today. Okay. Also, I talk a lot about doing really short steep hill repeats. Same principle, but this is more of a strength endurance workout, where the short 20 seconds is more of just general strength and force. They all have their purpose. Okay. All right. Now I get to head down, and this is the ironic part. This is so steep that it's not any faster going down because it is so steep, but it's still fun. So what a day in the hole. Got the Tetons peeking over our shoulder over there. All right, downward.